My name is Alex, and I'd like to share an idea I have in modeling cars, making working model cars that I call wire cars. And these model cars I have, I made them all myself. They're made out of recycled materials. What I wanted was to make a model of a working model of a toy car. These cars have working parts, they actually move, they have four-wheel drive. For the frame, I used galvanized fence wire. I have about a quarter mile of galvanized fence wire that's doing nothing but getting old on the shelf. So I started bending it with pliers and soldering it together to make frames for these model cars. And the drive gears are recycled gears from broken toys, broken water pumps. The drive gears for the shafts are made out of guitar tuner parts. The motors came out of broken pumps, broken toy airplanes, things that I've kept aside because I'm kind of a pack rat. I hang on to any kind of small item like that, whether it's a gear or a piece of metal or a motor. Also, a couple of these cars use cell phone batteries, lithium-ion cell phone batteries, that I recharge with the original phone jack. And that works very good. I never have to charge them except every couple months. I'm going to set this one down and show this other one. This one I made not only uses a cell phone battery, not only does it use a cell phone battery, but it also, this one's special in that it has independent suspension in the front. And it has four-wheel drive. So I feel that this one's probably my most difficult wire car. And see, it has CV joints in the front, and if I turn on this switch, you can watch it run. And so as it's running, it still has four-wheel drive, independent suspension works. For the springs on my independent suspension, I use guitar strings sheathed in WD-40 straws, twisted up like a torsion bar in a real truck. So that's this one. You can tell I didn't go to much trouble to make the body. I made it out of cardboard. I really didn't care. I'm more interested in the mechanical workings of it. And then another interesting one I made is this model of an amphibious truck from World War II. This model actually can go in the water. It has a real propeller in the back that's driven by the motor. I made that propeller out of a piece of sheet metal. And all four wheels rotate. I'm going to turn it on. All four wheels rotate, including the propeller. So this thing actually floats. The motor is sealed off inside the hull, so it's waterproof and watertight. Another interesting thing I'd like to show is that each of the wheels is a milk cap. Then I made a wood hub with a drill press and glued it into a milk cap. I also used sections of inner tube for the tires to give it some traction. And then I went and spray painted the body. The body is made out of balsa wood that I glued up together. I actually followed a plan for the body shape out of an old Popular Science for a solid wood model, but I wanted to make one that actually works. So I made it out of wire and recycled gears. See, there's one recycled gear right there. And the motor inside this model is from a broken remote control airplane. It's a good strong motor. This one uses 2 AA batteries. It doesn't use a cell phone battery. And so it's not as good as a cell phone battery, but it works. I didn't have any more cell phone batteries at the time when I made it. So I'll set that down. These are my wire cars. All 3 of them use 4-wheel drive. All 3 of them are handmade from recycled materials. I designed all 3 of them. I didn't buy anything for this. I didn't buy any pre-made parts. There's a lot of toy RC car parts you can buy online. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to come up with my own design, my own materials, and I'm very happy with them because it's all my idea. It's all my fun. It's not someone else's idea. Alright, thank you for watching. Here is another 4-wheel drive. This one I made so that you can disengage either axle. Well, let me try to show you here. I'm going to turn it on. There's the front axle. The little electric motor's running. And I'm going to take this drive gear and slide it into the worm gear. Now the front axle's turning. So while that's running, motor's still running. Here's the back axle, same thing. Slide the gear into the worm gear. So we've got 4-wheel drive. And then there's the drive gear right there, running off the little electric motor. Cell phone battery charger port, cardboard body, spray painted blue. Look at that. And this one is my favorite of them all. This one was the most difficult to make. It took me a long time to slowly work on it. This is the one with the independent suspension in the front. I'm going to take my finger and go like that. Maybe I'll go from the back so you can see it. See? Independent suspension. Nice. I've got control arms, upper and lower. I've got my torsion bars that actually work. Drive shaft spinning along, made out of more galvanized wire. Again, another cell phone battery with masking tape holding it in, and some hot glue holding the plywood bed on. Didn't work so good. Charging port, wood wheels made out of plywood that I bored out on a drill press, and a terrible job of a body made out of cardboard and chicken wire.
Name of it.
This is the duck or amphibious jeep. I'm not exactly sure what it's called. It's based off of a real vehicle that they used during the Second World War, and built the body out of balsa wood. Under here is the battery, and the motor is actually under here. You can't get to it. There's a switch, so I turned it on. Wheels are made out of milk caps. Drive gear, drive shaft, guitar tuner worm gear setup. The axles are made out of fiberglass kite rod. I wanted to keep it lightweight. Frame is screwed to the body. Frame's made out of galvanized wire again. And linked into the drive is the propeller. I'm going to turn it off so you can see the propeller. See, there's the propeller. Piece of sheet metal. Spray painted white. This thing actually works. It floats, it scoots through the water. Doesn't work too great, but it actually works. And that's another milk cap spare tire, in case your other milk caps go flat. And that's from an old fishing rod. That's a little miniature winch on the front. These are headlights made out of sections of dowel. Yeah. Bet you're jealous now. You want one, don't you? But you can't buy it. So you gotta make it.